Welcome back, everybody. It's the Financial Bartender with our first episode of Money Talks Over Drinks. And today I'm rolling with some whiskey neat. So I did indeed offer financial advice to a homeless woman. And first I want to cover the backstory behind how we got to that point. Working in the restaurant industry has allowed me to meet so many interesting people. And one of the most interesting people I've met is a man named Bill. Now, Bill is what we call a wanderer. He'll kind of be in the restaurant every day for a week, then he might disappear for a few months and you're wondering, where's Bill? And Bill is kind of in that tier above homeless. He does have a home, but it's clear he does not have much money. He really comes in, just drinks a water, and enjoys the conversation he's able to have with restaurant workers. And I've created a very good friendship with him. And I guess the way it goes is that Bill was walking towards our restaurant this past weekend, and he came across a homeless woman who was asking for help. She was asking how she can better herself financially. And the way that Bill works is because he knows that I make these YouTube videos, and I've told him this before because he's a very, very intelligent person. He likes to talk about AI, he likes to talk about money, he likes to talk about creating a better world for people, so it came up in conversation that I have this YouTube channel. But because he knows that I make financial videos, in his mind, he thought, I've got to take her to Cam. So I'm sitting in the restaurant, and in walks Bill with this woman, and of course it's like, oh boy, what's Bill up to now? And he says, Cam, this woman needs help. Now I'm completely caught off guard because while I enjoy making these financial videos here on YouTube, I've never once tried to project myself as a financial expert within the real world. So to have him put someone in front of my face was very jarring. It was like it suddenly became very real. It's no longer me just making videos for fun. I now have someone who actually needs help. So my approach with this situation was this. I was not going to try and act like a savior or a hero for this woman. I am not a professional financial advisor. I love making personal finance videos about what has worked for me so far in my life. I'm only 26. My videos tend to deal with those early years, early 20s, coming out of college, things like that. So to have a middle-aged homeless woman dropped in front of me is a little bit different. That being said, I did want to offer some sort of help. I wanted to be able to give some sort of at least inspiration. So that was really the approach I wanted to take, is what big, general, broad ideas can I give this woman? This was not a time for me to be like, okay, take your money and put it into Bitcoin, or you need to be investing in this right now. That's not what we're trying to do here. I don't feel comfortable telling someone to do that who's in that situation. So I looked at her and I said, you've already taken the most important step you can take, and that is wanting to become more financially aware. That is identifying that there is a problem, identifying that there's a point that you want to get to, and trying to get to that point. That is the most important financial step anyone can take. The desire to become financially aware, the desire to gain more financial knowledge. If we're unable to do that, then nothing else is going to work. And I told her, I said, so many people can fall into the trap of just waiting on the government for handouts or believing that it can't get better. So the fact that you want it to get better and are seeking this kind of advice is already the most important thing you can do, and that's better than anything I could possibly tell you. From there, I asked her what kind of numbers does she have coming into her life right now. And she told me that she gets $960 a month from some sort of disability thing. I guess she's unable to find a job because of a disability that she has. So she brings in $960, and she's actually going to be given some low-income housing soon. The downside to that is she told me it's $175 per week, and if we run the math on that for a month, that comes out to about $700 per month. So we've got the $960, we take away $700 off the bat, that leaves her with about $260 left over, and you're talking food, clothing, transportation. There's not a lot of room there to work with. So what I urged her to do was to try and find ways to increase that income coming in. We're going to want to be working with more than $260 in the long run. At the same time, doubling back to what I said before, the fact that she has this desire to improve her life is already so important. And I said to her, if you can save even just a bit of that $260 each month and start building up either an emergency fund or start just being able to save that in a bank, letting that earn interest. We're not even thinking of investments at this point. It's just like, how can we start putting some money away so that she's able to say she has something to her name. Like I said before, this wasn't a time when I was going to be the savior or the hero for this woman, and that's not what I want to do. I don't want to project myself as that. But I think what we were able to do between me and Bill is show her that there is a chance to go out and improve your future. And that's the whole idea behind this channel. I talk about building wealth on a low-income salary, and she fits right into that. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what's going to happen with this woman. I doubt I'll see her again. Maybe I will. It'd be really cool if I could, see her down the road and see how it kind of turned out. But I think if you are passionate about finance and you ever find yourself in the same situation that I was, where suddenly there's someone in your face needing help and it's very, very real, just try to offer broad, general terms. Try to show her that, money doesn't have to be a scary thing. It can be something that we can use to our benefit to improve our lives if we can handle it correctly. I think that's the message we got across to her, and I hope it worked out. But this, guys, was Money Talks Over Drinks. I hope to have more of these where we just kind of talk about some topics like this, more personal one-on-one. I didn't have a script going today. I just went completely off the top of my head. But here at the Financial Bartender, I'm trying to show you that it is possible to build wealth on a lower income salary, and I hope this story can inspire you in some way to go do the same. Thank you.